What is up, Aquarius? How are y'all doing? It's bonus time. Time for your July 2025 bonus reading. So when I do bonus readings, what it is that I am doing is I'm looking for details, situations, or whole scenarios that did not make it into the first round of monthly readings. Whether I accidentally skipped over it or just straight up didn't have time for it. So, if any of you are in need of a personal reading, you can visit my website, tarotwithrich.com. You can find the information and the link in the description of the video. Number one pick here lately has been my new general personal readings because they're so quick, efficient, easy, and cheap. You ain't got to ask me nothing. You ain't got to tell me nothing. You just click what you want read, and I do the rest. Also, I got a surprise for you. For those of you who may have missed the memo, the courses are back up. The courses are back up. Don't ask me how. I don't know. My amazing wife, divine life partner, and badass business manager, Leah, somehow ripped all those hundreds of videos off of the old platform and built a whole new system. And it's back up and running now. I have no idea how the hell she did that. But anyway, so we are running a course for the last half of July. I know it's weird timing and it's a little bit funny to do it that way, but if you got the bundle, you already got this course, okay? Hopefully my new one will be out next month. But the one I'm running now is the Beginner's Guide to Manifestation, okay? It's a really good place to start. Whether you've never played with manifestation or if you've tried everything and couldn't get it to work, good place to start. The link for that is also in the description, and August 1st, it goes bye-bye. All right. Let's jump into this. I want to start this off with the current long-term partner. So if you're not in a long-term relationship, this is not for you. If you are in a long-term relationship, but the two of you are not experiencing problems, this is not for you. Let's see what's happening. What's happening between Aquarius and the current long-term partner? Let's see. Oh, King of Cups reverse. Somebody starting to lose feelings. Somebody starting to lose some feelings. Maybe there's some emotional manipulation going on. Emotional immaturity, emotional games being played. Yeah, ooh, man, this is just getting to the point where it's becoming more of a burden than a blessing, isn't it? Could be a fellow Aquarius for some of you, but I feel like that's you keeping, high hopes about the situation. But the Lover's card is reversed. So, yeah, it's almost kind of starting to feel like the connection's just not really there anymore. Like whatever it was that caused this, which it likely wasn't just one thing that caused it. Usually, when you're in a long-term relationship and you're bathing in this energy all day, every day, it causes this over time, right? It just keeps punching a dent in the connection and punching a dent, punching a dent, punching a dent, punching a dent, until that dent can't be punched out. I mean, it's kind of a permanent dent in the connection, So, but you're not giving up on this, are you? Not giving up on this, not throwing in the white towel. I think y'all are still trying to work through this. All right. Could be a Gemini for some of you. I have Aquarius and Gemini here. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, let's see how they feel about you and what their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions are. How's the current person feel about Aquarius universe? What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Page of Cups reversed. Every cup card that comes out is reversed. Could be a water sign for some of you. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Ooh, karmic wheel in the upright. So it kind of feels like the connection has expired big time. World card and the karmic wheel, both in the upright. They're starting to just kind of feel like this has run its course. And it's becoming more of a burden to them as well. More of a burden than a blessing. I think they do miss what y'all once had back in the day. But now they're not 100% sure what they want to do. Should I stay or should I go? So, okay. Alrighty. They don't even know whether or not it would be worth putting forth the work, the energy, and the effort. All right. Well, that was quick. Let's get the advice. I don't think an ending is happening here, so let's grab the advice. What's the advice? Blue. Strength reversed. Well, you don't have to abandon this. This one's tricky. This one's real tricky because I don't think that this connection has run its course. It may feel like it, but if that energy would have came out in the first spread, I would have said this is complete, it's run its course. But it came out in that person's feelings. So what that means is it's time to level up. See, if you want to lay a foundation, a real foundation, and build something rock solid that's indestructible, it's going to be constant growth and evolution together. I think we were, well, when I say we, I mean all of us. In every generation for the past 50 or 60 years, we were poisoned by movies. You know, when we were little kids. I don't know about you, I'm a millennial. I was born in the late 80s, so my childhood was in the 90s. In the 90s, most movies consisted along the lines of something like two people in love with each other, and then finally at the very end of the movie, they come together, they kiss, and then it says happily ever after. The screen blacks out and the credits roll. So that leaves us with our imagination to paint the picture of what happily ever after looks like. And that kind of leads us to believe that happily ever after means you finally get to kick your feet back and relax and just float on cloud nine until death does you part. Nothing, and I mean nothing, could be further from the fucking truth. That's not the way it works. You have to work to build happily ever after. Constantly. It's no different than anything else. It's no different than your health. You don't just get to kick your feet back and be lazy and stay healthy. It doesn't work that way. It's no different than your job. You don't just get to sit back and be lazy and not work and continue to make money. It doesn't work that way. Everything requires work, energy, and effort. So y'all need to make it to the next level together. But see, the problem is you can't make them level up. The only thing you can really do at this point here is focus on your own level up. That's all you can really do. Focus on your own level up. You know what? Most of the time, if you can pull this off successfully, and that's hard. It's hard because it's really easy to get distracted by whoever else is in your life with you. But if you can focus on your own level up and somebody's already been a part of your life for a while, they'll follow you. Most of the time. When I say most of the time, I don't mean the vast majority of the time. I mean about 60% of the time. They'll follow you. Sometimes, though, they don't. And they stay stuck in their ways, stuck in their vibration. And if you make a big enough vibrational shift, well, then the two of you will no longer be a vibrational match and you will separate by way of universal law. So, yeah. All right. There's potential here, though. All right. New person. Let's see what's happening with the Aquarians who just recently connected with somebody new. How's the energy looking? How's the energy looking between Aquarius and the new person, universe? Damn dog, Queen of Swords straight out the gate. That's you, boo-boo. That's all you, boo-boo. Why does this card always come up with the new person? Every time. I don't know. This just, honestly, I'll go ahead and tell it like I see it. It doesn't look like you're really feeling this. It doesn't look like you're really feeling this at all. Queen of Swords, 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 9 of Wands. I don't know who has their guard up, but there's just not very much of a connection here. I don't know any other way to say it. This right here, where'd it go? That right there, that's not a strong connection. That doesn't feel like a connection at all. Kind of like one of them things where, and I get it, I've been there before, where you go ahead and acquiesce to seeing what somebody's all about, and it just doesn't fucking feel right at all. Like at all. It feels awkward. Your intuition is screaming no. But you just kind of go through the motions, just playing on the what if factor, you know? I get it. I've been there. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's much of a connection here. It really doesn't. Let me see how they feel about you. Jesus Christ, Batman. How this person feel about Aquarius? New person. Ten of Cups reversed. I don't even know if a long-term relationship is at the top of their priority list. I don't even know if commitment is at the top of their priority list. That's why there ain't no goddamn connection. That's why 9 of Cups again. What the fuck are they doing then? You know? What are you fucking doing then? If you're happy single, you don't really feel like settling down, you don't really know if you want, you know, to build a life partnership right now, what the fuck are you even doing? I've never, ever been able to wrap my mind around people who do that. Like I said, I get what it's like to get with somebody that doesn't feel right, you know, and it feels weird and it feels funny. But at least my intention is to settle the fuck down, you know? If I ain't even wanting to fucking settle down, I am not gonna lead you to believe I want a fucking relationship. That makes no sense. Maybe they're just trying to fill a void. Especially if they're fresh out of a relationship. Trying to fill a void, take their mind off some heartbreak, Or maybe like make an ex jealous or something like that, you know? You ever played that part? You ever been used to make somebody jealous before? Could be what's going on here, but yeah, I can see why you don't feel a connection. I can see. Let's just go straight to the advice on this, man. Is this even worth anything? What's the advice? Advice for Aquarius. Now, keep your options open. Keep your options open, but don't get attached to anyone. Don't attach yourself to anyone. You gotta be rock solid for that. You gotta be rock solid. Allow people to come and go naturally. Don't attach yourself to anyone, and don't let nobody get attached to you if you ain't feeling it. If it feels weird, if it feels funny, if it feels uncomfortable and somebody's trying to sink their claws in, don't let them do that. No, fuck you, nah. Keep your options open, but don't attach yourself to anyone. This is telling me you're on a straight and narrow pathway right now, straight towards your fucking person. But, yeah, there's a big old but. But. You're going to cross paths with many people on the way there. If I had to make a list of the top 5 leading causes of people going to their deathbed having never met their person, and that sadly happens a lot, somewhere on that list would be, again, you're on a straight and narrow path towards your person. But you're going to cross paths with and run into many fucking people between now and then. Because you're shifting frequencies. Right now, you're tuned into 93.1. Your person is all the way over on 107.7. You know how many frequencies you have to move through between 93.1 and 107.7? A lot. So as you move out of 93.1 and into 94.6, the people from 93.1 will phase out of your life, and now people from 94.6 will make their way into your reality. And as you turn out of 94.6 and move to 95.1, same thing. Those people will phase out and the next people will come in. And people will come and go, and come and go, and come and go, and come and go. What most people do is they get to 98.9 and then they cross paths with somebody that they don't want to let go of. Well, that's not the frequency that aligns with your highest good. That's not where your person is. So if you attach yourself to the person on 98.9, you'll never make it to 107.7. You'll never attract that person. Make sense? Allow people to come and go naturally. Just think about, and this is just general, just take this and think about it. It'll fuck you up a little bit. Your average human life, from the cradle to the grave, how many people are going to come and go in and out of your average person's life? Hundreds, possibly thousands of people will come and go, and come and go, and come and go, and come and go. How many of those people do you think are meant to stay there? Very fucking few. Very fucking few. There's only a tiny handful of people that you're destined to cross paths with in this lifetime. I'll call those prominent soul contracts. The rest of them, it's just kind of all up in the air. Like, yeah, we'll try to make this happen. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But, you know, of all the people that are destined to make their way into your life, some people may have as few as 10 that are destined to make their way into your life, like destined. If it doesn't happen this way, it's happening that way. If it doesn't happen at this time, it's going to happen at that time. If it doesn't happen at this place, it'll happen at that place. But we're fucking coming together in this lifetime, period. How many of those people do you think you're going to meet in your life? There's a tiny little handful. There's a few, but a tiny little handful. So you want to allow for that to happen. Come and go. Come and go. It sucks. I'm not saying it's easy. It sucks. It can get incredibly fucking lonely at times, but then you got to ask yourself, well, at the end of the day, what's worse? Walking the path alone or walking the path being pulled off my path and held down and pulled off the mountain by a toxic fuckwad that does nothing but hold me back and is just keeping me stuck at the bottom of the mountain? What's worse? I think I'd rather walk the path alone. All right. Past person. Let's see if there's anything else we can tell Aquarius about the person from the past. Anything else we can tell Aquarius? The past person. Anything I missed? Anything I left out? Anything else of importance Aquarius needs to hear? 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, well, right now, this person's number 1 priority is to desperately try to find somebody new. Desperately. They really got their guard up towards you, and they're holding back big time. I don't know, honestly, it's kind of starting to feel like maybe this person is finally just letting go. Maybe. Either that or, you know, they're just accepting the fact that, all right, I guess this ain't ever going to fucking happen. Death card. Dun 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 dun. They still feel a karmic tie, though. Oh, there's still a karmic tie. What are their deepest feelings towards you? At the deepest level. King of Wands. Yeah, I think they're... No, same thing that came out in the last spread. I mean, at the deepest level, I do think that they would like to be with you. But on a conscious level, they're pretty much just saying, all right, fuck it, it is what it is. Let me just go find somebody new. Yeah, it kind of feels like they're just throwing in the white towel on this, dude. They're starting to lean towards that. But that's their logical mind. They still feel a real strong connection, real strong karmic tie. So their logical mind is telling them to move on from this. But they still feel a really, really strong energetic connection. Does that make sense? Thank you, Angie, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Well, I guess let's grab some advice then. That's weird. That message doesn't come through very often. What advice do we have for Aquarius? King of Pentacles. I think I already gave you all this advice. I think I already gave you that advice. Well, do the best you can to release as much as you possibly can. If you can't, then that's when you shoot the person a closure message. Now, again, closure doesn't intrinsically mean that you're putting the final nail in the coffin. It's not what it means. Now, if you want to put the final nail in the coffin, you need to get closure, yes, but that's not what getting closure means. Getting closure just means I'm clearing the energy and cutting this tie. That's all it means. Even if you do want to bring someone back into your life, you're still going to have to do that or it won't work. So closure has to happen no matter what. I know we already talked about that. I already told you all this like 10 times. That still stands. With the way the energy is right now, even if both of you were to come together, desperately trying to work it out, the way the energy stands, it would loop around and repeat the cycle because the vibration hasn't changed. How do you know the vibration has changed? How do you know your vibration has changed? When your vibration changes, your outlook changes. That's one of the key indicators that you've made a change in vibration, when you have a change in outlook. At a fundamental level, I don't see things the same way. I don't view the world through the same lens. I don't see myself the same. I don't recognize myself. That's one of the biggest key indicators that your vibration has changed. So if you still feel the same way about something, see things the same way about something, have the same beliefs, opinions, outlook, you haven't changed your vibration. That makes sense? And that goes across a broad fucking spectrum too. You know, but when we're focusing it on one thing, such as this particular connection, see, here's what happens too. Here's what you'll notice. Let's say you make a vibrational change with this situation here, and you find closure and you heal from it and you release it. That's going to extend out and change your vibration at large. That's going to change your outlook on everything. It causes a domino effect. When you change one thing in here, that creates a domino effect that changes your outlook on everything. You ain't going to see nothing the same. Okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.